everybody. Today I am pulling cards for the new week ahead. It's Monday, happy Monday, and this is a new feature that I'm going to be putting up on my socials and here on Spotify. So, yeah, it's not replacing the normal podcast, it's just a little something extra. So, today I am using the cat deck. Check it out, they're all adorable little kitties. And yeah, let's pull a card for all the zodiac signs. All right, if you are an Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising, this one's going to be relevant to you. You have got the Four of Wands for this week. So this week, it's all about blooming where you're planted. And don't go so crazy trying to do everything all at once, which I know is not the easiest for you, but that's why it's a good idea to reflect on it and make your best effort to do it. Now, I'm calling this out for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Risings, so think about this in context to where you have Aries in your big three. If you're a Sun, it's going to be a little more outward. If you're more of an Aries rising, this is going to be connecting more with kind of how you move through the world and how you conduct yourself and show up. So think about that. This card is relevant to you regardless, and that's why I think you should listen for all three of your big three in this. So you're going to get 3 cards, we're going to see how they arrange. All right, so that is our Four of Wands. Aries, calm down and take some time to sniff the roses this week. Let's see what's in store for Taurus, because that's every week for Taurus. They're always calming down, sniffing the roses. So it'll be interesting to see what the cards have to say for them. We've got the Three of Pentacles. So yeah, Taurus, this week you are not calming down and sniffing the roses. You are collaborating, you're networking. Are you a small business owner? Get out there and go to the networking event. I know sometimes they're not always the most interesting places to be, but you know what? A lot of them have free food, and I think you'll like that. But yeah, do some collaboration this week. If you work more of a 9-to-5, like W-2 kind of job, find ways to kind of make stuff a little more interdisciplinary and interdepartmental. Like, that's really what this card's all about. Like, see how this cat is destroying this box? Well, he could destroy twice as many boxes if he had a business partner. So, yeah, for you, the theme of this week is collaboration. Interesting, because next up we got Gemini, and yeah, collaboration comes naturally to them. Is that just going to be the theme for the cards this week? Each sign is getting what comes naturally to the one that comes next? We'll see. So for my Geminis out there, which, happy birthday, by the way. I know we are in your season, so whether you've had your birthday yet or it's still coming up, happy birthday, Geminis. So for the Geminis out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising, keep that in mind, we have got the Seven of Pentacles. So more pentacles, but this one is all about taking a profit and just taking what you're owed. You've been putting stuff away, investing, building for a long, long time. Probably putting away for a rainy day? Well, the rainy day's here. Or even if it's not raining, the sunny day, the bonus. Like, enjoy what you've been building because, yeah, isn't that what it's about? Isn't that why you've been building and socking away and investing? So, buy yourself something nice. It is your birthday season after all, so I think this card is particularly relevant, and I guess if you're a Gemini, Moon, or Rising, it's not necessarily your birthday season, but I'm not going to tell anyone if you treat yourself. So yeah, I think it's a little bit less treating yourself and a little more taking a profit from what you've been building. Remember that. You worked for this. All right, let's see what's up for our Cancer crew. So all those crabbies, as it gets brighter and hotter out, I just think of them in the ocean. I haven't been to the beach yet this year, although it's early yet. It's only June 15th, and the ocean water is probably not that warm. Not here in New Jersey just yet, but come July, that's where I'll be. Oh, 10 of Cups. Okay, so there we go. Can we see it nice and bright? So check it out. Look at how this cat is just eyeing up all these bowls. There is so much food, water, whatever's in these bowls to go around. I've seen that look on my cat's face. He gets like that anytime there's some food out. But yeah, our 10 of Cups is all about emotional completion and having everything that you need right here in a very satisfying manner. I often call this card the happy family card because it's everybody's cup is filled, everybody's got what they need. Like, we're all just chilling and vibing and having a good day. And to all you with Cancer and your big three out there, I think that's going to be the energy this week. You guys are, I think, going to largely feel satisfied and just good. Like, yeah. And for some of you, maybe this card is kind of pushing you to, hey, do the reaching out, do the organizing, make this happen, because a 10 of Cups is a beautiful card to pull. It's so satisfying, it's so fun, and disclaimer, there are no good and bad cards, but I don't know, I think in this case, this card is pretty dang good, so celebrate it, enjoy it, and, I mean, Cancer is often associated with the mother or the immediate family, so for you, I think this might particularly resonate, so yeah. Enjoy that time with those special people because you guys are all in a good spot right now. So enjoy that this week. All right, what about our big, fabulous, bombastic Leos? Everyone's been getting some pretty good pulls today. I'm very excited. So what's it going to be like, Leo? The traveling karaoke festival has come to town and there's a microphone for everybody. And then there's going to be an auto-tune machine that just makes you all sound great together. I feel like Leo might not like the last one. They all want to be the lead singer. But let's see, what is happening for Leo? And it's not a karaoke convention, although I would enjoy that. In my neck of the woods, we've got two very big sporting events happening. We've got the World Cup, and we've got the New York Knicks. I think they just won. I'm not a basketball person, but yeah, the city was abuzz with blue and orange all week. And yeah, you can go to any Dunkin' Donuts and find yourself a Knicks-themed donut. So I guess that means good things are happening for the Knicks. Which, yeah, I know, they won. Like, it's good for them. But I don't really follow basketball. I'm more of a football fan, so yeah. Let's see what's going on for Leo. Pulling for Leo is particularly pertinent coming out of this cat deck, and we've got the King of Cups for Leo. Okay, of course Leo is going to be a king in some capacity. This week, you are the king of emotional stability, and you're kind of the emotional rock in your family. This isn't so different from what we pulled for Cancer now, is it? Except there's a couple little nuance differences. While Cancer, I think, is going to be just sort of lapping in the positivity and the satisfaction of everybody around them having what they need, Leo is going to spend this week kind of being what they need, because the king and all the court cards, they're people and they do things. And I think you are going to be doing quite a bit of setting the tone this week for, all right, how are we feeling? How are we perceiving things? You might, honestly, I think you might find yourself sharing your opinion quite a bit this week. And not just because you're sounding off, but I think people are going to ask. People are going to be looking to you for guidance as they move through, I guess, whatever cards I've pulled for them. But yeah, for you, I think you're going to be kind of the rock, kind of the advice giver. And I think it's largely going to be cup-style advice. So not so much, all right, let's break your challenge down into tangible steps, but more of kind of, all right, let's sort out how you feel. Let's get in touch with what's best for you. Kind of more of that soft skills, empathetic thing. So yeah, that's what you're going to be up to. So I think it might end up being a rather social week for you because, you know, you can't help people out emotionally if you're not actually engaging with them. So yeah, if your social calendar isn't stacked yet, it's going to be stacking. All right. Now let's look to Virgo, who likes giving advice. So let's see, are you also going to be in that type of role? Or are all my Virgo fair maidens out there going to have a very different week? Let's see. Okay, what is going on in Virgo land today? We've got the Six of Wands. Hey, all right, I think you're... Well, who wouldn't like getting this card? Because it's all about being celebrated for everything that you've achieved and done thus far. But I think for Virgo, it's going to hit different because it's going to be like, I don't want to say you're going to have the opportunity to say, I told you so, but kind of more of like, good. My hard work paid off. I put in the effort. I did the things and I'm getting what it is I sought, which kind of feels like it's being a bit of an echo of what Gemini pulled, which I guess is not that out of hand because you are both ruled by Mercury, so there are kind of some similarities between you guys. So yeah, if you've got Gemini friends, hit them up. Maybe you all get to go and do a fun thing that feels well-deserved this week. Why not? But yeah, you are being seen and recognized for everything you've done and all of the effort you've put into achieving your goals and getting to where you are today. So, yeah, relish in that, which I'm going to have to look at the transits for this week because it seems like a lot of us are doing quite a bit of relishing, aren't we? Like Cancer's hanging with their family. Virgo is feeling seen and feeling acknowledged for what they've achieved. I think the only one of us who Aries is just like, hey, all right, you don't have to be going 100 miles an hour. You can tone it down to like 65 miles an hour. The only one who's really getting told to go do stuff is Taurus. Probably the one who least wanted to go out and do stuff. So, yeah, all right. Oh well. Taurus, I promise you, there's probably a tray of baked ziti at that networking event, or at least a big sandwich cut up into a bunch of little pieces. More so probably the latter, because that's really good networking food. Libra, you are the Queen of Wands this week, so keep saying yes to things. All right, we finally have someone else who is not really being called to sit, focus, chill. You, like Aries, which is your opposite, so yeah, which we're going to talk about in a bit more detail in a future podcast episode, but you're getting told to say yes to things this week. Say yes to any random opportunities that find you, because there's a lot of fun coming into your world this week. It's kind of like, it's not like, oh, I have to say yes to another responsibility. No, say yes to like the last minute road trip or like the karaoke convention. I don't know, something like that. But this Queen of Wands, she's the feisty queen, and I often see her as the fun queen. She's the creative queen. She's the one who things come her way and she's like, yeah, that's great. Let's do it. So she's spontaneous, she's fun, she's exciting, and she's who you're being called to embody this week. So yeah, have fun with it. Anyway, after Virgo, we have Libra. So what are our scales taking a look at for this week? All right, I'm loving this. Nobody has gotten anything that's a little uncomfortable yet, which, have I just jinxed myself? I mean, Scorpio's up next, so if anyone can handle that, they can handle it. So, alrighty. Now, this one pertains to me. This is my rising sign. So, Scorpios, what is on the docket for you this fine week of June 15th, 2026? Okay, Ace of Wands. All right, I like it. So aces are something brand new on your plate, and wands are actions and things that light you up and really drive you to move forward. Scorpio, you're starting something new this week, and what do you know? This Scorpio rising is starting this weekly tarot forecast. So, yeah. All right, I guess I got mine in good and early. For the rest of you, you've still got 6 more days, or 7 if we're counting Sunday as the last day of the week. I tend to count it as the first, but that's fine. In any case, guess what? You're starting something new this week, and it's going to be exciting and cool and fun. So, kind of like how Libra is just saying yes to all sorts of opportunities, you're finding all sorts of opportunities. So it's a little more, they're getting a little more passively, you're getting a little more actively. But in any case, fun stuff is happening in that autumnal quadrant of the zodiac. So, cool. I like it. Have fun with it. All right, what about Sag? What about my archers out here? They're always down for fun, so maybe they'll get a Wands card, but maybe they don't need a Wands card because that's just their baseline anyway. They don't need any sort of pushing because, well, it's all saying yes to stuff all day, every day. Oh, more Wands, but this is an interesting one. You have got the 9 of Wands. Sag, you're a survivor. And hey, what was I just saying? You guys are saying yes to everything all the time, every day? Well, sometimes you get a little banged up when you are the one spearheading these last-minute road trips. Yeah, sometimes you pop a tire, or sometimes you run out of gas, or just sometimes you get sunburnt, you fall in the river, life has a way of just kind of, well, your body shows your adventures, I guess is the long and short of it. That's not always a bad thing, but recognize that, yeah, you are a survivor, and you have gone through quite a bit of turmoil in all things you've done, because that's our Knight of Wands energy. So for you, maybe this is a good week to kind of chill back, heal yourself. Let's take a look at this card closer. Yeah, I think this week you're doing a little untangling, a little breaking down, not in a permanent way, just a kind of self-care, self-maintenance kind of way. So just like Aries, another fire sign out here, maybe don't go 100 miles this week. Take it down to like 50. Just chill, take care of yourself, and really all you're doing is getting yourself back into go, go, go mode, which you can pick up next week. No worries. All right, how about our Capricorns? We've got the Ten of Swords. All right, so there we go. So, all right, we've got the Ten of Swords. So our first kind of uncomfortable card, which, all right, I guess if Scorpio can handle it, probably so can Capricorn, because you guys are a bit serious. You guys are grounded. You're pragmatic. You're going to take some tough stuff on the chin. And this card isn't even inherently tough stuff, but it is a lot to sit and think about. For you, this week is going to be a bit of analyzing and a lot of think, study, synthesize. Yeah, it's going to kind of feel like school a bit. And not like elementary school, like fun, but, like graduate school. Like, you're going to have essays to write, and even if they're not literal, you're just going to have a lot of information to parse. So come at it. You are going to come out knowing a lot more, so that's great, but this week I think you are in for a bit of an intellectual workout, let's call it that, kind of like CrossFit, but for your brain. So get ready for it. You got this, though. I think you're no stranger to pushing yourself, working hard, and being willing to put in the effort to get the results you really want rather than taking shortcuts. But yeah, it seems like while everyone else is having fun in some capacity, you're kind of doing some difficult stuff, but hey. This is my sun sign, which I think if you listen to the podcast, you probably know. But yeah. Oh, so let's see. What's in store for Aquarius? The Ten of Cups. Once again, okay, so Aquarius, this is probably going to hit a little bit differently than how it hit for Cancer, because Cancer loves being surrounded by the people they love, and you usually don't. Like, let's just be real here. Aquarius is a little aloof, a little detached, but guess what? You're still going to be surrounded by people you love this week, and you're all going to be vibing. So, yeah, just embrace it. Just enjoy yourself. Like, you can go back to being your Elsa Ice Queen another week, and maybe I need to not be so harsh on Aquarians, but I kind of feel like it's, all right, you're allowed to talk a bit about your own sign, right? But anyway, yeah, Ten of Cups for Aquarius. So, the happy family, peace, the people around you just vibing and feeling good, which this is kind of great because my husband's a Cancer sun. So we both got the same card, and it's the card of the people closest to you just being happy and feeling fulfilled. So, all right, I think it's going to be a good week in the OMG house. So, all right, Aquarius, what are you all taking a look at for this coming week? Love it. All right, and lastly, we got Pisces. So, what is on the docket for our favorite fish? We have got the Seven of Cups. All right, this feels kind of on brand for Pisces because you guys are daydreamers all the time anyway. You're daydreamers, you're fantasizers, you're imaginers. I love it. Like, you're ruled partially by Neptune, so I see it. I see you. And our Seven of Cups is all of those things. I'm fantasizing and I'm exploring and I'm just not really having to live in that pragmatic real world right now. And I'm just flowing and exploring and maybe building out a whole fantasy world in your head. I don't know, but it feels good. You're basically doing the opposite of what Capricorn's up to this week. So while they're reading the fine print and crossing their T's and dotting their I's, you are getting lost in your favorite book or your favorite movie or something of your own creation. So yeah, play, enjoy, go deep, explore, imagine this week. So love that for you. All right, that's about it for all 12 signs. I appreciate all of you tuning in, and I want to make this more of a regular thing. So tune in next time. As I also mentioned, this is not replacing the normal podcast. So tune in on Thursday for your regularly scheduled podcast. I know they've been a little spotty lately in terms of posting schedule, but hey, life has changed, and they're not going to be quite as spotty from here on out. This week, we've got a pretty cool guest, so tune in. And also, if you want a reading from me, hit me up. My website is omgtarot.com. Give me a follow over on Instagram where my handle is its_OMG_tarot. Alrighty, catch you soon. Bye-bye.